Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done a video about repairing and building computers. So what you see here is the old 980 Koolance that I had in my system. It's a 5.5 pump reservoir combo. And I saw this lying around and I just had the urge to start a custom water loop again. What I had as a replacement was the Corsair H105, which works great, but I wanted to do this again. I wanted to see if I could make this 5.5 work again. What you see there is the parts that I took from the unit, the back panel, the front panel, or control unit, and all the little other pieces that came out of the unit itself. And what I did was to see if I could make the pump work. I used some WD-40 that I put inside of it, inside the pump. I took it apart, and what happened next was that when I started like moving it around, this big gunk of red stuff just came out of it, and once I cleaned that up, I put it back together. I did a little loop of as you guys can see here, and I put the still water, and it started working, and the fluid started flowing around there, and I was happy. I was happy to see that that I made this thing work again. And the fluid that I use here, when I bought this, it was fine, not a problem, but it just turned slimy after like 6 months of being used, and that's probably one of the reasons the pump stopped working. I'm just guessing because of that buildup inside of it. So I cleaned it as much as possible here, but I was gonna go back in and try to clean more of there's more residue in there. This stuff was just hard to get out of it. I connected it to my wall unit there to see how much how far this thing is gonna work, or is it gonna stop working before I decide to put it back in my case. You guys can see the residue all over the reservoir there. So the next thing I did was also I painted the 5.5 matte black. I sanded it, primed it, and painted it after, and it came out good. So the next thing, I took the pump and reservoir apart, just so I could clean the parts of red that you guys see there, and I used a little brush to clean that out. And it was a mission trying to get all that red stuff. So I learned my lesson not to use that type of liquid again in any water loop. The best thing you probably from the videos I've seen on YouTube and stuff like that is not to use these type of liquids. It's just so high maintenance. Here's the radiator. Same problem here. There's a lot of red residue, and it took a while for me to clean that up. I use distilled water to clean all the stuff, all the parts, all the connectors that you guys see there. I couldn't reuse the connectors again. One, because it didn't look good in my case, and the other thing was just that red stuff. It just kept coming out and out. No matter how much I tried to clean it, it was just, ugh, this is awful. It's stuck there. So I just decided not to use those connectors again, which is a shame. They look really nice. So I put the stuff all together again. The 5.5. I put all the controls. You guys are gonna see here in a second, right there. The only thing that I had a problem here was the inner tubes. One of them was kinking, so I had to replace that. But everything else besides that was working great. The pump was working good. As you guys can see there, the water was flowing through the system. Um, Not a problem at all. And yeah, I let it run for a whole day before putting it inside my case, and it just stopped working. The pump, the day that I was going to put the unit back in my case, it just stopped working. So what I did next was I order a different type of reservoir pump combo from someone else, and decided to go with that. I mean, I was still wanted it a custom water loop, so I'll show you guys that on the next video. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like this. Uh, Thanks.